Hello, my name is Yusef, and welcome to part 78 of the movie Revolution. Let us begin. So Margaret was laying down on the bed next to her wife when all of a sudden she gets a phone call from Peter. She said, "Hi, Peter. It's so nice to hear from you." And then Margaret said, "You too. Me too. It's so nice to hear from you also. What's up?" And then Peter starts to just explain herself. Well, I have a lot on my mind. I have just gotten from a trip from Mexico. I have just gotten back from Mexico. And I'm feeling a little bit upset right now. Um, and then Margaret said, "Really, what's wrong?" And then Peter said, "Well, I just need to talk to you in person. Um, so why I'm calling you is to ask you a question. Um, do you want to have lunch with me? It's okay if you say no, I will understand. But I would really like it if you would just have lunch with me, and that would be awesome. But that's up to you." And then Marcus said, "No problem. I would love to go to lunch with you. It's not a big deal. When do you want to be picked up, or are you picking me up?" Um, well, I mean, I could pick you up at 2. Great, wonderful. Great, wonderful. I tell my wife that we want to have both. That we want to have lunch with both of us. No, that won't be necessary. I don't want to have lunch with her. Why? Why not? Well, I just need someone to talk to. You seem like the best person to me. But if you want to have me, if you want to have lunch with me, and if you want me to have lunch with you and Abigail, that'd be okay too. I mean, but if you want me to have lunch with me, if you want me to have lunch with you too, that'd be okay. And then and then hmm, and then Margaret said, "No, that won't be necessary. I can if you want me to be alone eating lunch with you, that that's okay. That's okay too. I mean, you don't have to just go everywhere together. I am a person just like my wife and just like you. So if you want to have lunch with me and yourself, that'll be okay too. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm perfectly okay with going solo if you don't want to have lunch with me and my wife. That's perfectly okay with me. Are you sure? Peter said. And then Margaret said, "Yeah, it's fine. I totally get why you don't want to have lunch with me and my wife. I am totally understand. That is totally understandable. You just feel like you need to talk to one person instead of two, because yeah. And I totally understand if you don't want to have lunch with my wife and me. That's totally understandable," she said. So two then Peter said, but Peter asked, and then Margaret said, "Yeah, 2 o'clock. Great. I'll pick you up at 2. Well, my limo driver will pick you up at 2." I would just be in a limo. I would just be in a limo. Okay then. Talk to you when you get here. No problem. And then they hung up the phone. Abigail overheard their conversation and asked, "What? What were you two talking about?" "Well, she wants to have lunch with me." And then Abigail said, "Oh, really?" "Yeah," Margaret said. I mean, that's fine. I have work to do also. I am trying to, get a meeting going. I want to catch up with the people who have supported us so far. And I think the meeting it would be a great. I think the meeting would be a great outlet for that. I don't know about you, but I would really like to have a meeting just to catch up with what's going on so far. And if you don't mind, you can invite Margaret to Margaret. You can invite Peter to come too. Okay, I'll make sure to do that. I'll make sure to do that. Cool. And then Abigail went back to sleep. So later on that day, he is up and running, waiting for um Peter to come pick her up. And then eventually she does show up, and she's a little bit late. And of course, she says goodbye to her wife for the day. She says later to her wife, and then and then her and Peter drive. Well, her and Peter and another driver drive to lunch, and then they go to lunch. As they're in the limo, they're talking about a few things, and that's when Peter said, "Well, we tried to avoid a war, but that's inevitable. Unfortunately, a war is coming, and I don't like it. And I just needed someone to talk to about this. And seeing how you and Abigail are friends of mine, along with Sally, who's staying at my house, of course. And then Margaret said, "So how is Sally?" And Peter said, "Well, she's doing fine. I mean, all things, well, all things considered, the war is ever since she heard about the war, it just seems to me to be a little bit difficult for her. But I think that she will be okay eventually. Um, it is going to happen. A lot of people will die, but eventually she will be over the mourning period, I would guess, and everything will be fine eventually. I would die, but her, I would die, but her feelings about it would be a little bit more, well, not so sad. Well, even though it would be yes and yes, she said, and yes, there will be moments where she gets sad and wants to miss me, or you, or Abigail. But then she will grow from this, and we will all, as a country, grow from this. And a very valuable lesson that we're not supposed to ban movies at home or entertainment in general. that we're not supposed to control or manage. So I hope we will come away with a lesson. That is one silver lining. That is one silver lining I have the opportunity to think of right now. And and then Marcus said, yeah, yeah, I think that's a silver lining. It's okay silver lining, but a much more realistic one. So I think that you're right to I think that you're right to think that I I think that you're right to find the optimistic side, if albeit a little bit strange, but you have a good point. He will eventually get over it, but a small part he will not be able to, and that's okay, obviously, as it seems to me, of course. That's what you're saying. Yeah, I think it is. That's what. Yeah, I think it is what I'm saying. I think. Yeah. And so finally, they end up at their destination, which is a chicken place. They sit at the tables and they just talk some more. They talk about the war and and Margaret almost forgot to ask ask set, well she almost forgot to ask Peter to go to the meeting to if she wants to come to the meeting that her wife Abigail is putting on for the movie um for the pro movie coalition. And she said, um Peter, um do you want to come to the to our meeting tomorrow? And then Peter said, yeah, I would love to. I don't know if I announced the war or not, so I think I think that's the best call. I think I'm going to tell them about the war, and hopefully they will take it well, and hopefully there will be no tears. But if there is, that's okay. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but yes, I will. I would love to come. That's great. Um, are you finished with your chicken? No. Why? There isn't. I am. Cool. I was fast. I know, right? That was really fast. Um. So. So you how many times have you tried to talk to the Mexican president along with Robert? Well, many times actually. We tried to convince him that this war is not okay, but unfortunately, that did not go well from us, and now we are in a war. And I think, and I know as much, and I know as much because he told me that that this is revenge for Jerry because Jerry wanted revenge on me, and as we all know, that's a horrible situation. She said, and then Margaret said, "Yeah, yeah, I know. It is a terrible situation. I feel so sorry for you. No need, no need to. I I'm trying to not feel sorry for myself, and I would appreciate it if you didn't feel that way about me. It makes it much easier for me to hate him if I feel like I don't need to feel sorry for myself. It makes it easier not to feel sorry for myself if I don't feel like you are, that you're not, I should say. Huh, interesting. And then eventually the lunch was over. They got into the limo and they drove, and the limo driver drove Margaret home. She's knocking on the door, Margaret is. Her wife opens the door, kisses her, welcomes her into the house, into their home, and all the while, Abigail's parents are cooking dinner along with a big fat cake for her, for them both actually. They they sit down, eat their dinner, eat their dessert. Then it's time for bed. Margaret said to Abigail, she's coming to the meeting. And then Abigail said, oh really? Cool. And then she has an announcement to make. Huh. Well, that's interesting. And then all of a sudden, the news is on. And then all of a sudden, a news break happens. Um, as they all know, well, and then it's Robert, uh, who has an announcement. You know, I have a very special announcement to make, and I'm going to tell you this one now. I will be running for president again in 1970 58. In 1970 58, I will be running for president again. But I won't be running with Jerry due to the actions of my former vice president in 1970 59, well, in 1970 58, of course, due to his actions, I will no longer next year be running with him. And I will be running, hopefully, with my fiance, Peter. That is all. And then he just left. Now, now, this was a shock to everybody in the room. This was a big shock to them all. Um, so, Abigail said, "Wow, well that's cool, huh? I didn't know that she was running for vice president. I didn't know either." Marcus said, "Oh really? You just hung out with her a couple minutes ago. You didn't know?" No, I didn't know. Huh? Maybe she knew, but she didn't know how to do it. I mean, maybe that's a part of the announcement. Maybe so. Maybe so. and they continue to eat the rest of them, and they continue to eat the rest. No, and they continue to eat the rest of their dinner and dessert. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, share the video, comment on the video, what you like about the video, or hate about the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.